How do we detect fraud from occurring? Having internal control reviews performed on a periodic basis goes a long way. If your employees know that somebody else is out there watching, it sends a strong message of how committed you are to fraud prevention and detection. In those internal control reviews, we'll evaluate those controls, see where the weaknesses are, and test those controls. Let's say we have some suspicions that revenue is not being recorded properly. The idea is to look for revenue on a nightly basis to see that on a given night, was that revenue recorded for an occupied room? One way to test that, compare that revenue report to a housekeeping report. If that room was clean the next morning, most likely somebody stayed in that room and should have paid room revenue. If you don't see a charge for that room, but the room was cleaned, that leads you down a path. It starts to question, could the front desk manager have circumvented the system and somehow issued that room key but pocketed the cash? Those are things that we look for when it comes to that. You can also have situations where, because in hotels and restaurants, it's very common to have a lot of voids, a lot of credits being issued. If there are weak controls in that area, we may look to see a credits without debits report. What that means is that you can have situations where a hotel front desk person, GM, whoever it might be, may try to issue credits or refunds to their own personal credit cards and then cover it up with some type of revenue adjustments in the books. Now, there are reports out there that identify that kind of behavior. You can run a credits without debits report. You can run a multiple credits issued report. And the idea here is that no credit should ever be issued unless there was an original charge or debit to that card. On the restaurant side, your tools that you have, cameras, anonymous spotters or mystery shoppers, they call them, who sit and watch the bar activity, look to see who's pocketing cash, look to see where overpouring and other kinds of unauthorized actions are occurring. So if you suspect weaknesses in your internal controls and are looking for a little bit more peace of mind, contact your Berdon advisor.